FL Studio 2024 is out now. You could go and download it. This is going to be a quick video of me reading through everything that is new with this major update to FL Studio. Hopefully nice and quick for you guys so you can get the general gist of it. Like and subscribe if you do enjoy, but let's go ahead and jump straight into it here. So we are on the imageline.com website, where we have a blog post that's talking about all of these new features. They also have a video that goes into this in more depth if you'd like to check that out. But starting off here with FL Cloud, if you've been around this channel, you've seen me talk about this before. It's basically an alternative to Splice, but it does say FL Cloud plugins are available free to all FL Studio customers. Subscribers get even more through an ever-expanding range of third-party and ImageLine Group VST plugins. And of course, their new mastering feature, subscribers can now continue to refine the automated master with a set of manual controls. So those are the new things with FL Cloud, and now jumping straight into FL Studio. When you load up for the first time after updating, you're going to get a welcome window, which of course is optional, which does have some quick start options for loading projects, creating a song with a template, or recording audio. And as well, I did check to not show that again because I have my own template set up and I didn't want that to change. So that's going just as it used to now, but that is a new feature if you'd like. Also has Clap plugin support. CPU enhancement, which is great. FL Studio now uses Blend 2D for the user interface, which is faster graphics with lower CPU usage, which is really great. AIFF format is now supported, you could use that. And if you're on Mac OS, you're going to notice added items from the main menu into the Mac OS application menu. There's also a new setting underneath macros, switch all audio clips to, for time stretching them, which is really nice, that's going to be quite helpful. And there's an improved search for showing items with any letters typed for your plugin picker. That should function quite a bit better now. They've also implemented Poly Aftertouch for VST plugins, and in the settings now there's a user manual thing here, which says added an option to show the online help and manual in the communications panel, and you could see the general settings option to go ahead and set that. There's a script editor option now on the external tools panel in file settings, and an option to purge your FL Cloud cache. You might want to use that, it says here, if things aren't loading correctly. Good feature to have. There's also an option to manage your keyboard shortcuts for selected functions, which includes your browser, pickers, and MIDI support, with more to come in the future. Another really cool one, I made a video a while ago talking about the different versions of FL Studio if you're looking to buy. There is an option now on the trial to choose the edition to test in trial mode, and the time for that is unlimited, which is really nice. That's going to be really helpful. There's also tool buttons, shows if they're pressed when hovered. And a really useful one, especially for, say, people like me if you're recording FL Studio a lot for YouTube, your username in the top left corner is now replaced with like a license plate number for privacy when using FL Studio in public, such as online videos. Previously, this would show like your full name in the top left, and the only way to get around that would be to like save the project you're working on. Obviously, a lot of people probably don't want their full name showing if they're showing stuff online. So this is a nice little bit of privacy that they've now added. Really appreciate that. Thank you, ImageLine. Moving along, menu bar. Added options to view news, downloads, and notifications. Also, this one for macOS audio buffer. The default buffer on macOS is now 128 to encourage the use of performance cores over efficiency cores. Plugin management for macOS as well. Search for VST plugins in the user's library folder, and not only in the system library folder. And file support, WAV-Pack and M4A files can now be dropped on Mixer and playlist tracks. So now moving on over to instruments and effects. We've talked about this before as well because you can see these in beta. There's quite a lot of new plugins you're going to be able to use here. We've got Kepler EXO, Low Lifter, Spreader, some changes to Edison with an AI declipper, that's going to be really helpful. Note off value for MIDI out, and you can now right-click the waveform preview and select Locate File to open the OS file browser with the sample selected. So some of these new things here, Kepler EXO is a new synth. Low Lifter says it dynamically adds harmonics to bass frequencies, enhancing their presence, creating the perception of stronger bass, even on devices incapable of reproducing deep sub-frequencies effectively. That is included with the Signature bundle and higher. That sounds like it's going to do some job like saturation or so. Sounds useful, I'd like to check it out. Now right here, piano roll. This I think is the coolest change. I can't wait to check this out. The chord progression tool. AI-powered tool to boost your creative process with musical chord progressions, preset, and algorithmic options. That sounds really cool. I can't wait to check that out. There's also note repeat for piano roll now in the event editor area and step sequencer. And as well, they've added piano roll scripting now. Now some changes to the playlist. Make unique clips. You can hold Shift plus V plus left click and drag and then go ahead and release. Copies the affected pattern clip and makes a unique instance or select clips, and use Ctrl-Shift-V to make the selected clips unique, just like a nice little shortcut there. There's some changes to the behavior with audio clips here, and placing them. We've also got Automation Clip Editor, which adds a Select in Playlist button, quite nice. They've added the ability to choose an action when a sample is dropped on instrument tracks in the playlist, and we have nudge edits now too, which allows you to turn the shift and mouse wheel nudge behavior on or off. Getting close to the end here, browser. They've done sample preview options to match FL sounds such as tempo and key sync when dropped into projects. That's going to be super helpful, can't wait to check that out. And a browser tab to show the options when they're right-clicked. Getting here now to channel rack and step sequencer. Deleting multiple audio or instrument channels asks to delete the associated data for every channel so you don't make any mistakes. And now for swing per channel option and macros. I think previously swing was just kind of universal on everything, and you could now kind of choose when you want that by right-clicking on the swing knob. And we've got MIDI scripting, so browser navigation functions now work with the Sounds tab, and they added a parameter to set root to perform after routing changed and functions to get and set mixer send levels. Lastly, on the mixer effect slots, mix level automation clips now show the mixer track name. This happens to me quite a lot. I get really disorganized when I'm making like big projects and I have to like use trial and error to find out what automation clip controls what because I didn't bother to label them. Now it's going to be a little bit easier, that's going to be nice. And they've added a random color option to the mixer effect slot menu. So these are all of the new features included in FL Studio 2024, which is out now. We're going to be making a lot of videos on the channel checking these out in depth, especially things like those chord progression tools. Can't wait to do that, but I wanted to make this quick little informational video to go ahead and talk about what's new. Let me know what you think in the comments below of this major update. Drop a like if this video helped you out, and subscribe for future FL Studio content from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.